Hello there everybody, you're the audience, my name is Supersonic Blur and welcome back to the next episode of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Last time we met up with the North Parade Avenue and found ourselves, well, the event of the storyteller and the story they are telling, which kinda got a lot of people scared. Everyone was like, oh god, witches! Two people are apparently going to be consumed by fire, and then Luke's like, oh, it's just a story, and then everyone got pissed, and now we're on the run. Then we met up with the Speller, who doesn't quite know why they're back here, but we are going to be heading back and moving on to the bakery. That's where we will head, but we will do it the slow way first. For first, we have to check, see if we can find anyone and anything. There's the two kids. We've got the option of getting a bunch of hint coins as well. There's one over there because it's always on a chimney stack. Is there one on a chimney stack over this side? Yes, there's another one on the chimney stack, as is to be expected. Where's the one for a chimney stack? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. It's right over by the pile there, so that's sorted. And I guess we'll probably talk to these two as well, because of course they have a puzzle. That's enough already. Won't you ever stop crying? Why are you crying? So you both read the story too, right? I'm afraid of the witch. Save me, sis. You wimp! You're a boy, aren't you? It should be the other way around. Let's not do that, Sir Sil. Come on. You should be the one saving me. Let's... You're the one who wants to be a knight. I can't be the witch. I'm toast. Will you just stop crying? What about me, huh? How do you think I feel? I'll never be a knight. Oh, don't worry. You just have to be brave. You could still be a knight. You can look after your sister too. Here, it's just like in this puzzle. Okay. What have we got here then? Puzzle number 12. Cloud Crossing. Use the clouds to build a bridge to get across to the princess in the castle. Touch a cloud to move it up or down with your magic spell. Clouds are raised, become sturdy and perfect for crossing, whilst clouds that are lower don't. Be careful, your magic is a bit off today. As a result, moving any cloud will move its neighbor's clouds as well. Okay. Okay, so that's the thing we're looking for. We're looking for all of those up that way. So, let's have a think about this one. So, what we're gonna need is we're gonna need a situation where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we want is essentially, we want to be in a situation where you've got 3 clouds here, 3 clouds here, and 1 in the middle. So the easiest thing to do is push the one in the middle first. So that one goes there, then... after we do that, yeah, that should work. We can do that, and then we can do that. There we go. Yeah.
This is my answer.
Yeah. You essentially want to take that one and create 2 pairs of 3, because you're always moving 3, so creating 2 pairs of 3 is the best way to do it. You did it! The princess is most happy to see you. Yes, that's a fun one. Wow, that's amazing! He really made it to the princess. At last, the crying stops. You must remember to be brave, even when you feel afraid. Sometimes I even feel scared if I'm alone. I believe that if you're with someone you care about, you can overcome any fear. Got it. Thanks. From now on, I'll take care of Petal. I really don't mind one way or the other. But I do wish you'd stop crying. Yep. Well, that's those two sorted. Alright, next up, we got this. We got this. We should probably avoid the town centre, so let's head on into the shopping area in the east. Ah, we're here. This is the bakery. I can smell the bread breaking. There are some excellent bakers working here. Come on, I'll introduce you. Ah, my favorite scene. You? I see what you want to say. So, did you both read the story? Yes, we did. It said a witch will appear and 2 young people will be burned, right? It's a terrible story. There'll be a feeling of dread hanging over the town tonight. Aren't you afraid? You seem so relaxed. Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. But what's written is written, and there's nothing we can do about it. The story can't be changed once it's been written, so no use moaning about it now. Don't you feel there's even a possibility that the story may not come true? That sounds a bit diluted to me. You know, you should be more careful. The story of you was of 2 young people, and I'm thinking that matches you 2 perfectly. Aren't you afraid? Afraid? Us? Nah. And anyway, we're a group of 3 at the moment. Hello, Peter. Have you come to buy bread again? I think there's some freshly baked bread about to come out of the oven. Ah, yes. Maybe I'll do that. Thanks, Isabella. Layton noticed something. Where do the wagons of milk come from? I haven't seen any cows or goats around here, but there may be a farm outside of this town. Someone left their wagon unsupervised. Yes, they did. But anyway, let us head on inside to the bakery. Ah, Professor! It smells of freshly baked bread! Indeed, Luke. It's certainly whetting my appetite. I bet the staff here are really talented.
Welcome!
Ha ha! Oof.
Our bakery uses only the finest ingredients.
Yes.
Good for not much dough.
Yes! Ah, Peter, thank you for the foreshadowing. I love it. Mwah.
Talented and highly enthusiastic, it seems.
And the music as well. The first time these 2 meet, it's great.
He's kneading the dough pretty hard, isn't he?
I would rather liken the motion to pounding myself.
I love this.
They're my friends.
Absolutely. It's such a fun... This is the scene that everyone who's a fan of these 2 games just goes, ah, it's great! It's both the meeting of the 2, and it's just so good. I love it.
Hey, Isabella. Welcome home. Hello, Maya. Where's Aunt Patty?
The boss? She's
Oh.
gone to the market.
I love the... I love the fact as well. It's just... He's in he's got the apron and everything. It's everyone loves it. But
Sorry about Nick here. He
It's
didn't
surely
realize
this.
we weren't customers.
surely at this point, like, Layton should be realizing... Like, this is the thing as well. Layton knows they're not from around here instantly, and the reason is simple. We know they're not from around here because we know from that side, but here are people with American accents in a place that has highly medieval England. These two don't belong here. Even if they were wearing proper costumes, they don't belong here.
There's nothing wrong with such sincere dedication to one's job.
Yes.
Mr.
But for now,
Maya,
Layton
you
just
go
plays
first.
along.
Mr. Layton and Luke.
Yeah.
A pleasure. My name is Herschel Layton.
Yes, we do so love Herschel Layton.
Triton.
Indeed I am! Nice to meet you! Seriously, every so often, I just... Oh. So
I'm
fun.
Maya Fey. And this is Nick, my assistant baker.
Phoenix Wright, pleased to meet you. How come I'm the assistant?
Oh, I love it. It's great. Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya Fey. Somehow not quite the kind of names I'd expect to hear around here. Have you both been working here long? Yep. Must be going on 5 years now. Isn't that right, Isabella? Ah, yes. I suppose it must be. Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of Isabella, I think we can give you guys a little something. On the house, of course. Wow, really? Sure, why not? I actually just took some freshly baked walnut bread out of the oven, so... Cool, so that's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious. If you think the scent is good, you should just try tasting it. You too, Mr. Layton. It's so good, it'll knock your hat off. I'd be delighted to. It's most kind of you. Well, that's that then. Go ahead and help yourselves.
Take that!
Our bakery uses only the finest walnuts. You'll go nuts for our walnut bread. How many times do I gotta tell you, Nick? You're supposed to say, here's your order. Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot. Sorry. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes. Bad, Nick, bad! You can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you like butter on toast. I love it. It's brilliant. I absolutely love that. That baker, he's quite a character, isn't he, Professor? Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them. They both seem somehow out of place in this world. Most intriguing. My room is upstairs. We can get there from behind the counter. Feel free to take something to eat. No! What's wrong? She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help. Right you are, Professor. Poor Maya. What have you done now, Maya? What's the matter, Miss Fay? Oh, it's these loaves of bread. And after I'd arranged them all so nicely, too. It's all Nick's fault. His pounding messed up everything. Me? But I was only kneading the dough. What am I going to do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back. That's most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand. Really? Oh, thanks a lot. You'd be doing me the biggest favor in the world. Maya, you could at least try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know. Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true gentleman. Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it all sorted out. Totally. We should all help each other out in times of need, right? Ah, yes. Now we get the two interacting for a puzzle. And an interesting puzzle at that. Use your loaf. 40 picarats. The neatly placed loaves of bread on display at the front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, it also seems that an extra loaf has managed to find its way among them. You could say there is something among us? I'll stop that now. But anyway, take a look at the picture in the top screen and find the extra loaf of bread. Place it into the basket once you've found it. Okay, so we can have a look at these loaves, we can spin them all around, and we can drag them. So we can drag them all along. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get them all lined up sort of evenly at this point. Like, we get them all, and then I'll make it so that you guys can, we can pause the video and stop. Or, you know, if you wanted, you could pause it earlier. I ain't going to stop you. So we've got this loaf here, that loaf there, that loaf can sit there like that. That loaf can sit there like that. I'm just trying to get them all so that we can see them all more than anything at this point. Okay, so that should do us good. Now, we get to have a little bit of a look then. Okay, so we know that this loaf here is one of them because we can see that that is that loaf there. So that one's taken care of. Let's look for this marmalade one now. So the marmalade, we're looking for 2 slanted to the left and then 1 slanted to the down. 2 slanted to the left and 1 slanted down is that one over there. So that one's fine. let's look at the one just above it. So that one's been taken care of. This one above it here is 3 to the right of the marmalade. So that is that one there, which looks just like that. So we've got that one. That one's sorted. The one behind it, this one up here, is 3 to the left, which is that one right there. So that one's safe. We have, what else are we looking for? We've got, so that one's got 1. We've got 3 downwards. We've got 3 to the left, 3 to the left. Let's get this jam one, or this, blueberry one, I guess, here, which is 2 to the left, 1 to the right, which is that one there. So, yep. A memo, we've got that one sorted now. Now, this one here is 2 to the left and a jam. There are 2 that have that, possibly. This one and this one could be that one that we see over in that spot. However, what we do know is that if you look at this one right here, what I should probably do is just erase these now that we've got those out of the way. If you look at this one here, this has got a like marmalade and then 2 to the left. There is only 1 marmalade and 2 to the left, which is this one right here. So that's definitely one of them as well. Memo. So now we can clear that away. And we know that this is definitely one of them as well. Now we've got to look at this one right here and see if we can find anything that would sit to. So that is 2 to the right with the marmalade, which sits this one right here by the looks of things. That definitely looks to be the right one, I think. Yeah, that looks, because we can't see all of it. So that's that one there. Taken away. So clear this one out. That's been taken away. Now we've got just 2 left, both of which have 3 to the left. And if you look at all 3 of these loaves, there are only 2 which could have at least 3 to the left. So these 2 here definitely have it. This marmalade one is the extra loaf.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
Oh, done it, Professor! I'm the greatest!
You'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Ah, brilliant. You found it. Now that's using your loaf. So yeah, as you can see, all of those are there. I don't quite like the display. I think I'd rather have them all lined neatly, because otherwise you're going to get jam on the bottom of them. Also, why have you put jam on the top of them? That just seems weird. That seems really weird. Perfect! Oh, that's exactly how they were before. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon. It's no more than any young English gentleman would do. You said English. What's that? And where have I heard it before? Hey, Maya, the boss is back. Hello, everyone. Oh, it's just as I was wondering what the commotion was all about. It's all you lot, Espella. Welcome home, Aunt Patty. Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Of course we did. Naturally. You know you can count on us. I like how her hair is in the shape of a croissant as well. They may be calling her the boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person. She certainly does, Luke. And she has a heartwarming smile, too. Oh, such flattery. You're just trying to make me blush. By the way, Espella, aren't these 2 gentlemen customers of ours? These 2 are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here. Pleased to meet you, madam. My name's Herschel Layton. And I'm Luke Triton, the Professor's apprentice. Is that so? Oh, it seems Espella is indebted to you both. It's nice. It's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Espella, please feel free to stay as long as you like. We just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish. Well, thank you for your kind offer, madam. Yes. I imagine you both must be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish. Ah, you don't say. Well, if that's the case, let me offer you something special. My very own creation. Aha, wonderful. And that face baked on the surface, a masterpiece. Yes, this is what I was going to show you. You're not having to eat it. You're not going to eat that. Ah, yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy. Only the best for our special guests. Oh, this is great. Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread. Only bread? I mean... hey, Espella, shouldn't you show our guests to their room? Let's just forget the bread. Forget the bread? I mean... Mr. Layton, Luke, let's go upstairs, now. Huh? What's going on? Just trust me, come on.
Only bread? Forget the bread? You expect me to be your favourite bakers and anybody halfway down the table throw you bread and you're able to bake it to bits?
I love it. I love that. It's great. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle. But when it comes to bread... I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft. I guess it must be fun to live in such a lively place, though. Yes, it is. It's thanks to them that I enjoy living here as much as I do. I love this room. It's so nice and cozy, but it's got it's just got little bits of everything. Up lighting, really nice shape to the room, lots of features. I love it. Mwah. It's small but cozy, and Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic, Maya especially. It's certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But, Espella, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Oh, the cat! Yes! Say hello to the best character in the game. Ah, Eve. Yes, Eve, the cat. What's the matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. It must be supper time. Ah, I see. Please, go ahead. Don't mind us. Cat. Look at them. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Look at that cat. So Espella has a pet cat. Its name is Eve, huh? A finely groomed black cat, I must say. I'm sure Espella takes excellent care of it. I love this cat. It's great. Oh, but hint coins. Hint coins abound. We must find them, so let's have a look around. What have we got? A little chest up here? Roof windows make this room very bright. It is a very pleasant room. You can see the blue sky through the window in the roof. I love this room. Aunt Patsy chose this room for me. I love this. Like, the slant in the roof, it's actually a reasonably big room as well. Like, saying it's an attic is kind of, like, underselling the room a lot. It's such a nice room. I love it. Milk for the cat. Where is the last hint coin, though? Is it up high? It's not up high. It's not there. It's not on the bed. It's not... Ah, there it is. It's in the saucer. It's in the saucer. I got lost in the sauce, as it were. But yes, let us talk with Eve. With Espella. It's such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever, too. Thank you. Eve is a real friend. Aw. Aw, kitty. I love them. Look how adorable that cat is. Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you? What was it you wanted to know? Well, there are a few things. Perhaps I'd better ask them one at a time. It may take a little while, if you can spare the time. Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help. Thank you, Espella. Well then, first off... What I want to ask Isabella about is, after we separated in London, I love this, could you tell us again what happened between the time when we were separated in London and your returning to Labyrinthia? You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right? No, I can't. When I came to, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. It seems the town folks didn't even notice that I'd been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have been a dream. Until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. It seems I wasn't dreaming after all. Yes, indeed. It really did. It all really did happen. You came to my office, and then the witch came for you. So does that mean that the witch brought Isabella back to Labyrinthia? Well, I suppose so, but why was I in London in the first place? Eh? Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And why was the witch after me? I just can't seem to remember why. Isabella, you and Carmina were running away from the witches, weren't you? Carmina? Do you mean to say that you don't remember being in London with Carmina? Carmina took you with him and tried to escape from this town. Carmina took me with him and tried to escape? I'm sorry, I don't have a vague memory of Carmina, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember. And now, we ask about her memories. Do you remember this letter, Isabella? A letter? Yes, Carmina gave you this letter and instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office. That letter? Could I take a closer look at it? Yes, of course. Do you remember anything? I don't remember the letter, but this writing does look somewhat familiar. I do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me. Carmina, she remembers everything. Isabella, are you all right? I think I remember. I remember Carmina. Really? You're right. I do know him. I definitely know Carmina. Carmina was here in this town. In fact, he was in this very shop. Oh? In this shop, Isabella? But according to the townsfolk, they've never heard of him. Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories. Please, don't let that deter you. We'd be grateful to hear what you know. Yes, and now what I want to ask her about is what she can recall. Please, do let us know what you can recall. According to my memory, Carmina was working here in this bakery. Eh? But there are already 2 workers in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya. Those 2 have also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least, I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mrs. Eclair and anyone else around here would soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory. This difference in perception is certainly intriguing, and the fact that Carmina worked here as well has me somewhat curious. Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmina really was here and they're just acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in that letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around the town? No, Luke, I don't think that's a good idea. As you are no doubt well aware by now, a single word out of place here could be enough to bring the knights against us. Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced, except when she has a second face on the bread, but that's like not really relevant here. I'm sorry, I'm off track. I see. Perhaps, Luke, we should be thankful that you took care of him. Oh yes, you're right, of course, Professor. By the way, in that letter, Carmina claimed that this town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be? Here's the interesting thing, though, that's really important. If Maya and Luke and Carmina have all been brought in, if Carmina, Maya, Phoenix, not Luke, sorry, have all been brought in, why have they been interweaved into the story? Like, they're bakers, they've been here the whole time, or at least 5 years working there, but Luke and Layton haven't. Neither of those two have been interweaved into the story. It's weird, isn't it? Labyrinthia's mystery. I'm sorry, but I've never even suspected that this town holds any secrets. Then what might it have been that Carmina was investigating? What was Carmina investigating? I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmina asked me this. Why is it that whatever is written by the storyteller in the Historia Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then we will unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said. So Carmina didn't believe what was written in the story must always come true either. Well, I'm not sure, but what? It's only natural that what's written in that book must come true. And it's hard for me to believe that both you and Carmina could doubt this. Well, speaking for myself, I just can't believe it so easily. Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense, which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion. That's true, but are you saying that in your London, there's no story? Well, there are certainly none that come true, as the Historia Labyrinthia, there are certainly none that come true, as the Historia Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable. As I suspected, Carmina is from the same London as you two. So I suppose it makes perfect sense that you should all think in that way. Incidentally, what action did Carmina take after he came to suspect the story? Well, Carmina often visited the Great Archive. The Great Archive? Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept. You mean to say all previous volumes too? Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them. I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story. But Professor, surely he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches for just looking at some books? As I recall in the letter he sent to me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me. I believe that was it, which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches. So you mean Carmina came close to unraveling Labyrinthia's mystery, and therefore became the witch's target? Is that what you are suggesting? I believe that would be highly probable. But why did the witches... Isabella, have there been any other stories involving witches before this? Yes, there have been many stories about them. All of these stories are also being kept in the Great Archive. Alright, what I want to ask Isabella about is the witch's story. Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear in the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Archive? They are an important source of information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town. So, you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about them and learn their ways? Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of Knights. And the Order of Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia. So yeah, the storyteller, the Order of Knights, and the Inquisition, they are the ones who govern this town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the Creator, otherwise known as the Storyteller. That personage is the weaver of all life in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townfolks from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the storyteller's guards. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in the witches' court. That is the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained. Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw. That's right. The storyteller holds these parades from time to time. He gives the townfolks the story that will determine their fate from that time onwards. The story this time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. I wonder what spells will be used this time. If only we could check in that book. Oh, just a moment, Isabella. What was it that you just said? Do you mean to say that there is a book about magic? Yes, there is. In the Great Archive, it describes all of the spells that provide the witches with their wicked power. It is a special book, used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigations. That's it. That must have been what Carmina was so interested in. He was investigating the witch's power. Of course, it's possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known. And that's why the witches attacked him? Indeed, Luke. That may well be the reason. The story, so respected by the people, and the witches whom they fear. There could be a certain secret connecting these two in some way. Indeed, it very well could be. But I believe that this is where we're going to end things off. Thank you, Isabella. It seems we now know where to begin with our investigation. So you'll be visiting the Great Archive? Yes, indeed. The book about magic that resides there may well provide a valuable clue towards unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia. We better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor? Absolutely, Luke. We must solve this puzzle for Carmina's sake, as well as for our own. Mr. Layton? Please, take me along with you. I'm not sure that's wise. It might put you in more than a little trouble. It is likely that Carmina's investigations are what led him to being pursued by witches. And if that's the case, the path we tread may well be fraught with danger. Even so, I really would like to help you. Talking with you both like this, I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth. Well, Isabella, I suppose that settles it. From here on in, let's all do our very best to solve this mystery together. Yes, together. I'm the Professor's apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that. Well then, without any further ado, let's follow in Carmina's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that's where the clues are waiting to be found. Yet, let's go. And finally though, we'll end off with Eve. Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back. Oh, good cat. Go sleep on a bed. Oh? Aww. Oh, my pendant. I almost forgot it. That's a lovely pendant, Isabella. It's very old. I can't even remember how old I was when I started wearing it. Right. Sorry to have kept you. Shall we leave for the Great Archive now? Yes. But... oh, we still got more. Oh, Isabella, are you off out somewhere? Yes, I'm taking Mr. Layton and Luke to see the Great Archive. Is that so? Well, you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain at any time. Oh, yes, that reminds me. Could you get me something while you're out? Just on your way back would be fine. Yes, of course. What can I get for you? Some goat's milk from Mary. I forgot to get some when I was at the market. Okay, I'll drop round to Mary's farm on the way back. Would you? Oh, there's a milk bucket ready round the back. Milk, you say? Naturally, our bakery uses only the finest goat milk for our milk loaf. It's so fluffy and white, it's delicious. Cool, it sounds great. Let's be certain to try some later, Luke. I'm totally up for that. But yes, now we will end things off here. Next time, we will be going to the Great Archive to see just what exactly this book about magic entails and what got Carmina in so much trouble. But that's all for next time. For now, we're going to end things off here. My name has been Supersonic Blur. Do remember to like, comment, subscribe for more, and to share this stuff so people know that it exists. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.